Hi Bray and all you 50mm EDF guys. I flew my screamer yesterday, first time in maybe 6 months, and yeah, it was screaming. I'm one of those unfortunate ones that always had trouble balancing the rotors, and I know how important it is, and it reduces the noise and everything. So I was trying to figure out a way to balance this stock rotor, and I decided I'd try a regular prop balancer, and it was one of them kind that has the two little metal cones and the threaded metal shaft. Well, oddly enough, the threaded metal shaft is exactly the threads of the nut on the end of the stock rotor. So I was able to just screw it into the stock rotor, and then I didn't need the little metal cones anymore, and I figured their weight might throw the whole thing off. And what I've rigged up here is heavy strength molybdenum magnets in the jaws of a bench vise, and on that end I put clear pieces of packing plastic just from a package like this to reduce the friction, and the other end is suspended in the air. And I started out with a white dot on the hub of the rotor, just at a random spot, so that I had a reference point. And then I'd spin it, and whatever side ended up, I'd put a piece of foil tape on the hub when that side consistently came up. And I kept adding those pieces of foil tape until now I can spin it, and it winds up at pretty much at a random position. The tape isn't always up, the white dot isn't always up. The tape so I feel that if I add this much weight to the inside of the hub, or add those pieces of foil tape right there to the inside of the hub, I'll end up with a balanced stock rotor. Now I know most of you guys are using souped up fans nowadays, and not many of you are using the stock rotor. But this, in my mind, and I'll have a reference point too, because I took a video yesterday, and it includes the audio of how noisy this fan was operating yesterday. But now when I put that foil tape on the inside of that hub and then fly it today, I should have a reference of whether or not it's quieter because it's more balanced. I don't often add anything on the 50mm thread anymore, but I thought this was such a neat idea, and it seems to work. I thought I'd throw it at you guys. Maybe it's already been discussed at the thread because I haven't been there for a while, but isn't that pretty cool? Molybdenum magnets suspend the shaft of a prop adapter, a prop balancer, and the stock rotor fits right on it, and clear plastic on that side to reduce the friction of the magnet on the metal shaft. And I have a way to mechanically balance the stock rotor, because I always had a problem hearing the difference in the frequency of the scream. People that do it audibly or with a phone have an advantage, but here's a manual way to do it. Let me know what you think, or try it yourself and see. But I think I'm using the same method for balancing my props, except I don't use the clear plastic friction reducing shim on either side. I let one side of the prop adapter touch the magnet, and the other side, like this side over here on this end, hangs into space. Anyway, that's my story. When the prop balancer, see, the shaft is the perfect size thread to fit the nut that's in the end of the stock rotor. I'm screwing the rotor off of the prop balancer shaft right now.